Okay, so probably getting more in my yard than I want, but this is the reality of it. Got a generator going, charging up the batteries. Today's a water run, and as you can see, it's snowing. Something people want to know: this, if you're homesteading, can be the difference between breaking a leg, your neck, and back, or not. Because under this snow is about 2 to 3 inches of ice. It lived in Alaska for a while, and I learned a lot about not slipping and falling that I didn't know, and I've used those little things I learned up there down here in the lower 48. I'm already bouncing you guys a lot. I'm trying not to. I've already started my car. Learned a little camera trick from Les Stroud. I don't know if you guys know who he is. Survivor, man. He's a pretty good guy from what I know of him. He kind of did something similar, but as you notice, I have a road, but it's pretty much snowed in. I have a snow blower that I keep a path open. I don't need a road all the way to the top. I don't know if you can see it or not. Up there, the shoulder of the road's kind of sloughed off. A buddy of mine come up to plow me out, and he didn't do so well. He slid off. His truck sat there for a couple days until we could get some pulleys and things to get him out. I'm going to cut video for a second. Oh, it's important to know that that's a 15, 20... Oh, I got to see this, got to see this. If you get caught under one of these trees, I don't know if I caught that or not. You see all these trees. You get caught under one of them. When it dumps the snow, it's cold, and sometimes if it's ice, it can hurt you. So, for instance, we'll give you a little demonstration. This is a little demonstration. Now that's a little bit of snow, but these things are 90 feet tall, some of them. I try to do this without getting snow on my legs. I don't know if you can see them or not. Some of these trees are huge. Speaking of trees, the one I just pulled the limb on, this guy here, he's been hit by a couple vehicles. It's got to come out because it is in the way of my cutout. I had this cut out so I could move. But I do worry about avalanches. Something I do pay attention to. But we're going to go on a water run, and everybody knows how to fill up a water barrel. I don't need to show you that. One important thing to notice, though, is when you're in Arctic weather or cold weather, something I learned in pouring cement on a cement truck while in negative 40 degrees is your valves. A ball valve like this, I utilize it. I'll show you how I do this in a minute, and you'll see what's going on. But this valve can make or break you, whether you can get water or not. It's important to have one of these, in my opinion. That's my opinion. And if you close it all the way or open it all the way, regardless of whether you think you got all the water out of it or not, and you leave it out in the weather, it can freeze, and it will split and break, and then you have to go get a new valve. But Boise, Idaho today, and yesterday, they've declared state of emergency because they cannot get in or out. I went into town. I got snow chains. I'm about to put them on. I'm going to do a snow chain video later. Some important things to know. But to get in and out of Boise today, I think it's raining there, and they've already got 2 feet of snow on the ground plus slush, and their sewer systems, their drainage systems are all plugged up with the snow, because in their infinite wisdom, you cannot count on somebody else to save you. In their infinite wisdom, the city itself, a big city like Boise, got rid of their snow plows because they haven't had any snow for a while. But I'm just right over the hill, and it's been like this since Thanksgiving, before Thanksgiving. It hasn't stopped snowing. I mean, we got a couple days here that are clear, but it doesn't stop snowing. You need to have water. So today I'm going to go get water because Boise's where the power comes from. If the power goes out, I don't have any water. So that's one thing I need to have. I do have water at the house, but I don't want to come up short in the next 2 or 3 days when they start having problems and the power grid goes down. So I'm thinking it might, but we'll see. Sometimes it doesn't, sometimes it does. One city already did have power out for a while. The news said that you need to go stock up on water. And yesterday I went to the store, and the canned foods and the water was completely gone. I mean, the city of Boise stripped the shelves in one day because the news said, hey, you better stock up on water. But what that told me was people are not ready. You talk about preppers and they make fun of us, but I'll tell you, if that happens for 2 or 3 more days, look at the snow around you, man. I'm not at the highest elevation either, where you have to go to get out to get the water in. So there will be no water in Boise. And I will have water. I can't just go to the store and buy water. I could have yesterday, but I've got aquifers under me that I don't need to go buy water. So, alright, I'm off so I don't run my battery dead, because once again, power is precious out here off the grid as well, and I do have to recharge this thing. Good thing about that is if the power grid does go down, I still got power. Sorry. We'll come back here in a little bit and I'll show you how I transfer water over. Alright guys, so I forgot a very important piece of equipment. It's called a bung wrench. So, bung, B-U-N-G, and it's used in water barrels. It's how you take the caps and the lids off. If you don't take the caps and the lids off when you're trying to put water in, the barrel can pressure up, and it either will not put water in, or if it's enough pressure in the line, it'll blow your barrel up on you. If you're running a 55-gallon drum of air and you blow it to pieces, it can do some pretty good damage. I don't know. Anybody want to see a 55-gallon water drum explode? I kind of do, because that's just how I am. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa. Alright, remember I was telling you about trees dropping stuff on you? Well, I just got pegged. Let's get out and suck. Oh my goodness. I think it might have broken my wiper blades. They're not working now. Oh dear. Nope, they're still working. It froze them up pretty good. Covered the car in snow. Had I been out in that, that would have really, really hurt. It scared the living tar out of me. Holy cow. I don't know if you heard it or not, but the car just got pummeled. Alright, now let me get out and clean the windshield off and the hood a little bit. Oh, one other thing that's good to have in a car, guys. Where did it go? Just a busted up broom, but you'll see how they work here in about 2 seconds. Spooky. Let me get back in the cover of the car. Alright, let's get back up there before the battery goes dead to grab my bung wrench. Well, take a drive. Let's go for a ride. We are sliding around quite a bit. See? Can't believe we got pegged with a bunch of snow. Alright, this is the end of the ride for us. You see, I'll do a 3-point turn here. Another thing for that broom is you want to be able to see where you're going. Now, even with chains on, this Subaru does not want to stop going forward. Subaru decided in their infinite wisdom that when you hit the brakes to keep your steering, traction control, let's go with the front wheels. But they also tell you the only wheels that you can put on this Subaru is the front wheels. So if you hit the brakes, it lets go with the front wheels, and your back wheels have no chains, and so you slide down the hill anyway. Subaru, maybe fix that on your newer models. So, alright, I'm going to leave the camera here, go grab my bung wrench, and when we get back from my little walk up the hill, I think you've seen me walk down the hill. I hope this is recording, by the way. When we get back, then I'll show you how I pressure up the tanks and I fill and empty my water tanks at the house. So I got 80 gallons at the house, and I'm using a 15-gallon to fill it up right now. I might make 1 or 2 trips, so I'll show you on one of these trips. I go to a buddy's house right now until I get a well drilled. Let's turn that off. So I'm going to go to a buddy's house until I get my well drilled. I have to truck my water in, so I have to have water storage all the time. Whereas most people go to the faucet and turn it on. It's nice in situations like this. It stinks when everybody else has a faucet, they turn it on, they turn it off, and you can get water whenever you want. This takes some planning. We planned ahead months and months and months in advance how we built our cabin and how we were going to live. I knew I was going to be hauling water. I knew it wasn't going to be a big deal for me. I mean, I lived in Alaska for long enough. I learned how to live it pretty rough, and my wife was there with me. My kids, on the other hand, this is their first experience.